CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 10, Day 5, Stockholm. That's where we're at. That's where the teams are at. And that's also where the teams will leave from once they get eliminated. And one team is on the brink of elimination after that first game. We are in a best of 3. It is Na'Vi and Vega Squadron that are fighting for a spot to get to the next round in the lower bracket. And Vega Squadron was not able to take that first game. It was Na'Vi who do take that first game here with Bulldog, here with Sir Action Slacks. Bulldog, we knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, we kind of predicted it. We were saying about the Lina, picking Lina into TA, that was a disaster. He got kind of stomped in the mid lane a little bit, died solo twice.
Yeah.
And then you also mentioned that Navis is the stronger team, and we saw that here as well. We saw the Vega took a lead early, and they're looking kind of good, but then Navi, just being the better team, gets a good initiation. Axe blinks in and combo with the silencer, and there's no response.
No response indeed from Vega Squadron. You're a little bit disappointed there, Jake.
I believed.
I know.
I thought the draft could work. I knew that the Lina was going to go crazy, but it's okay though, because we got one more game.
Yeah.
Vega won't go out like this. Well, potentially. Vega won't go out like this. They're not going to go out. They got one more game to survive.
Of course, out of the next game, and then more games. Yeah, okay. Potentially. We have also got a replay that was chosen. If you could, just walk us through what's happening here.
All right, Bulldog. What's up?
Yeah. Let's just start the thingy McChicken. Let's see just what happens here.
Is this the one now?
And this is the Aegis here going down.
Yes, sir.
And we see the Undying being caught out there, but the fear just fears them all the way here. The Dark Willow of Power of Hell.
And look at how long this TA is up in the air.
Yeah, that will be approximately 6 seconds, but the BKB and the chasing here looking good here. They feel like they got the leader chasing, but what's going to happen here?
Oh! The turnaround from the back, baby.
That's right.
Oh, Crystallize. Going in on Clink.
But he's not going to die, is he?
He looks like he's going to die. I thought so.
They can't kill him if they can't see him.
Oh, no.
They're being chased down, and this guy's got the stun.
Oh, no. The Willow. These guys are just killers of gyro combo.
Yeah.
And the Willow is constantly putting damage on, constantly stunning, separating them out from the Wisps.
It was a trap.
It was a trap.
It was a trap.
They let them have it.
And you gotta wonder, like, you know, if you're gonna get IO gyro, surely the enemy team is prepared for it. Surely they can do something against it.
Yeah, Navi let that through many times, and they're prepared for it.
They are.
Especially for a team like Vega. No problem.
No problem. You know, actually, the thing that is a little bit frustrating about that game was indeed exactly as you say, Bulldog. Vega was actually ahead at some point. They should have probably won this game. A different team playing that might have won that game.
Yeah,
what?
Definitely.
You don't agree, Slacks?
Come on, man. They did a great job. But Na'Vi, you know, they just had a few mistakes. We saw Complexity do the same thing in the earlier series. You know, they looked like they were going to win. A few mistakes. It ain't over. I ain't taking any of that other team garbage, all right? They lost the draft. They could win this game. They could win this series.
They could.
They can, actually. But so far, if I remember correctly, has Dendy been able to beat Navi at all? He lost with Secret, and he lost 2-0 against Navi the previous series. So he's 0-4 now, isn't he?
Against Na'Vi?
Na'Vi, yeah.
Yes, he has not been able to take a game out of them just yet.
A single game?
Nope. Maybe the next one is going to be the one, though. Let's first see, before we discuss that third game, who won the Hex MVP?
Hex?
Hex.
Dandy?
Dandy. You guys are mean. Although I must say, I know he has a lot of fans out there. Blizzy played an amazing Axe. What's wrong, Slack?
It's still funny.
Why is it funny?
He's got a lot of fans. That's all. That's all there is. People love.
Have you checked their Twitter followers? I think Dendy wins by far from everybody in the roster. It's like if all his fans vote, it's very obvious that he's going to be the most voted MVP.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Are you okay?
I'm good. It's just... Let's move on.
Okay. Well, I did want to say that Axe was probably a very high-valued pick. Kezu also plays a very good Axe. And yesterday, when Vega Squadron was playing against the Final Tribe, Vega lost game 1 and then game back. 2 games in a row. And that might just happen here again as well in the second game. We're going to find out, though, what needs to change, Bulldog? What do they need to do?
They need to pick a more favorable mid matchup, especially when they see the TA. Especially Na'Vi, they always pick this hero. Like half the game they play Dota, they pick TA.
Yeah, but they picked TA before Lina was even picked. Like they knew that was going to be the mid matchup. They set Dendy up for fail.
Where's the Venomancer mid? I ask you. Can't play TA against Venomancer
Can
mid.
Dendy play that?
What?
Can Dendy play that? Though?
Dendy can play everything.
Play everything.
Yep, agreed.
He's been playing before you even thought about playing Dota.
This is also probably true.
True.
That is true.
So, of course he can play a Venomancer. It can't be that hard. Let's see it out there, you know? Let them have the TA. They baited them in the Gyro IO, baked them into the TA and beat it.
But Na'Vi or Vega really had a good lineup this time around. If they just didn't pick that Lina, their lineup was really good. And we saw that coming into effect. They're just winning the early game. And if just then they had a better hero middle, the game would be very different.
It's true.
All right. Oh, they're not banning out the IO again. Are they going to let them have it?
And Axe is still in the pool as well.
Ban the Axe.
Ban the Dark Willow.
First pick goes the way of Vega again, so Vega has to choose. Do they want to go for IO again, which is what they did previous time, and that allowed Na'Vi to pick up the Axe?
Or do they take the Axe?
Or did they take the Axe?
Probably Axe, right? They're going to switch it up.
I mean, they need to, don't they?
Oh!
They're not switching it up. And here comes the
This
Axe
is
again.
the biggest trap.
No, it's okay. They're going to ban out the Willow. The Willow's the key.
Or they pick it now because they banned silencers. So you're just going to pick Axe and Willow.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Interesting.
Axe
Interesting.
and Willow.
Phoenix and Axe.
Close. Very close.
Makes a lot of sense to pick that Axe after Blissey absolutely smash him with his hero. Playing really well. And yeah, there is a lot of heroes that you can pick with Wisp, but it doesn't have to be the Gyro.
Apparently for Vega it does. The elimination game, everything on the line.
Let's pick
they
the same
banned
thing again.
TA. Does this mean they're going to go Lina again? Predictability coming out in the elimination third game? Oh, no.
We're going to ban the Husker as well. They're scared of that. They will ban the Husker. No more cheesing. It's looking good for Na'Vi or Vega. You keep saying wrong team.
Why does it look so good for Vega? Just because of the TA, that's it? And the Husker?
That's it. And Husker. Just the entire game last was based on the mid lane.
Yeah,
it's
true.
So, and they banned Alina. Understandable, but Dendy plays a lot of heroes.
He does.
Self-banned their Magnus though. We're not going to see that, sadly enough. And well, we see Undying again. As I said, I like Undying for Vega Squadron.
Yep, did some good things.
He's
But-
a zombie.
Let's see. What if they steal the Willow, dude? Is that the play? Probably not. No one else is playing Willow except
They
for...
could pick the Grimstroke here if they want.
Well, no, they can't do that at all. It's not in the game there, boss.
Why not? I think it's fair and balanced.
Yeah.
Ready for CM?
There was Garbo. Let him in, Ice Frog, for the grand finals. If you're watching, I know you are, buddy.
Let him in.
Let him in. Elder Titan picked up. Easy.
We've seen this hero being back in popularity a little bit.
Had too much success, though? Really?
I'm not the biggest fan of that hero. But yeah, he's a pretty strong laner. You just get all those creeps. Smash.
Bless you.
Jake.
I was trying to say I got to sneeze, and then I just did.
My earphone fell out for that one.
That was really rude.
I tried to take the headset off. I'm sorry.
You didn't try anything at all.
I tried.
No, you didn't. It is good that you're the only one wearing that thing. 'Cause
Oh, no. Terrorblade.
okay.
Oh, Lordy coming. Here he comes.
But they got Gyro. He will kill all the Lucians, no problemo.
Okay.
And Vega, they're going for the strat now. They know how to win Dota. Pick strong lanes.
Okay.
Don't lose in those lanes. They got Bane, one of the strongest support,
That's good.
and Wisp Gyro, who destroys most lanes.
Now they had a Brewmaster previous game on the offlane. What do you like to see from Vega here on the offlane? Because they are, of course, a team that played Darkseer earlier this tournament.
Yeah.
Is this a Darkseer again? Darkseer is a decent laner, especially with some help, but he's fairly slow in terms of peak timing.
Yeah, they need some kind of initiator, and the normies are banned out, Centaur's out. But you could do the vacuum with Gyro ult, or they will just go back for Brew again. This is a solid hero. Really good against Terrorblade Illusions. Just dispel them, because they're not real.
What is real?
What is real? What is the point of life?
What is the point of life?
Dark. Okay, let's get into the game. Vega Squadron. A couple ways you can deal with the Terrorblade here. Will we see the Forbidden Zos? We saw it before.
Oh my God,
Oh.
Flax.
I'm a god.
We're not paying you enough.
Hell yeah, dude. I like this answer here. Elder Titan's strength is being able to like sleep people and then set up easy initiations. Zeus prevents that with Nimby. Very good if they get to level 25, although that is quite doubtful with their current lineup. Ooh, I'm feeling it. Feeling it.
Yeah, it's a good hero against Terrorblade, and it's hard to really lose the mid lane as Zeus. Like the opponent will farm with whatever they pick, pretty much, but Zeus, he will get some farm, and he'll get what he needs. And they banned the Husker, so that is not going to be a problem. But it is Magical's last pick now. What does he want to play against the Zeus?
Good question. Who owns Zeus in the mid? Could this be? Let me think. Let me go through my Rolodex here of heroes. Who do I lose the mid against Zeus? Oh,
Everyone?
Let's see. Nobody. Zeus invincible mid, man.
Well, let's play 1-1 after this then. I'll play Husker, you Zeus.
I'm not sure if you're the right person to try that 1-versus-1, Bulldog.
Chill.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Broodmother snapped out of here. I don't know about that one.
Just in case.
Why?
It would have been pretty cheesy.
It's just not nice to have to deal with it.
Doesn't really fit in their lineup that well, though, but it's just pretty annoying to have to deal with as Zeus.
But if we just, they have this game plan and they don't want their game plan being messed up.
Last pick, Tony? Is that the carry?
No, Gyro's the carry. Tiny and Bane are going to be off lane, Zeus mid, Gyro IO top.
Okay.
That's right. Stop pretending now, Flex.
Okay.
You're being paid. Don't forget that.
How about
You're
you?
paid for this.
All right, so it's going to be a Storm versus Zeus in the mid lane. What do you think about that mid matchup, Bulldog?
Both will farm. Both will be happy.
Yeah?
Be no problem.
Is it enough for Vega to take it this time?
They did pick the strong lanes.
Yeah.
What do they have for Storm, though? Not the greatest hero. Tiny is good, but outside of that...
They got Bane. They can Nightmare him. They can grip him.
Bane is great if he can actually click the ult on him.
That is different.
That is the problem. Bane is slow.
True.
He's slow boy.
Gonna come to you first, Bulldog, regardless. So, will there be a game 3? Yes or no?
This team. There you go. I'll go with that.
Great.
According
Even
to
though
Bulldog,
Vega's got-
there will not be a game 3.
The classic battle between Thunder and Lightning. Zeus versus Storm.
Just pick Vega. We already know. You
I'm-
love that Zeus.
I do love Zeus. All right. You skipped my whole speech. I'll go for Vega.
I'll go for Navi because I still think that despite maybe I think Vega has a good draft, but I think Navi is the stronger team. So it's not up to me though. Luckily, because otherwise it would be very boring. But we are going to head into an exciting match commentated by none other than Odie Pixel and Fogged.
Ooh.
Thank you very much, GVS Na'Vi versus Vega Squadron. Game 2 about to begin. We just saw what happened in Game 1. It was quite the showing from Na'Vi. Vega, they're going to go for it again. They're opening with this Gyro IO once more. As no TA, no clinks. A little bit of a change-up from Na'Vi overall. They get this 5th pick Storm. What do you think? What's strong here? What's not strong here? What are you worried about? What are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to? There's an Elder Titan in the game. You don't have the answer to that.
You got the ET going.
I'm looking forward to Vega just having much better matchups this time around in the lanes. So they shouldn't come out too far behind in this one like they did last time. As the Tiny should be able to have a better time. Kezu struggled a lot, like we were mentioning, and Zeus in the mid lane should be able to get a lot of last hits, should be able to lane find versus Storm, but Storm also is going to get a lot of farm because he's versus a Zeus who can't bully him too hard unless there's rotations.
All right. Let's see how it goes down. See, yeah, Dendy does indeed manage to just get a bit more out of the lane than he did in Game 1. And let's see if it's Gyro and IO sort of pop off like they did in the first game too. It's going to be hard. As I said, that really was quite an opening 10 minutes from the Gyro and IO. Yep. But we'll see if Madara and MNT can start this game in a similar style.
They got so many kills in that last game and they still weren't able to take it. Yeah. But they are versus this like similar kind of lane matchup. It is the Phoenix as well as the Axe, so it's still the Axe, but the Phoenix is a little bit different than the Willow. The Willow can't actually provide any control to kind of hold them off. But you have your own way of like saving yourself because you've got the dive, but they have a lot of chase down. It's Blizzy. They're
30 seconds. Well, they not see him, I guess, in that certain spot.
Deep breaths.
I guess totally hidden from sort of that vision when you walk past. Nice.
Very sneaky.
Yeah. Blizzy in that little hidey hole.
Oh, they're changing the lanes here? So they want Kezu to get more, is what that tells me, than the last game. So he can at least be protected and being a 1v1 versus an Axe. And they want to just play it aggro. They want to try to shut down the Terrorblade as right away, battle. Elder Titan has the triple spirit. So lots of damage coming through. Plus 15 for each hero. Chu is a very good Elder Titan too. I'm going to be having a treat to watch him.
Okay.
He had an excellent showing, I believe it was yesterday, right, when he played it?
Yeah, I believe, yeah, we did see some Chu Elder Titan yesterday.
Yep. He's very good at making sure he prioritizes, stacking camps, getting that high level 2, the fast level 2 on the Spirit, so you have 2 points in it, and you stack the small camp over and over again, so you can just punch people. So I would like to see Vega probably block at least one of those camps, either with a ward or with their body, and they will block the small camp with the Obs ward.
And do you like this decision this game from Vega to run the Gyro and the Eye on the aggressive down bottom rather than in the safe lane?
They're wanting to put pressure, is what that tells me, and they want Kezu to just be able to actually get stuff. So it could work. It could backfire too, because that means that they are going to be slowed down a little bit, at least just from having that free farm. But it is still a strong lane, because they're versus an Elder Titan and a Terrorblade who rely on like timings, a lot on like the Terrorblade having meta and the AT having those stacks after that first minute. As mid lane, we see our magical 5-1 versus the Zeus. Zeus's 2 last hits. I saw that Dendy went for the Lightning Bolt level 1.
Well, top than Blizzy. I mean, he does like to go for his creep cut, but falling pretty low.
He has a lot of regen. He brought 9 tangos this time with the salve. As we see, I believe, when Seneko pulls the side here. So Blizzy's actually doing a great job here, making both heroes focus on him as this Phoenix pulls a hard camp and is going to deny a full wave from the Tiny. Or make him at least walk over there. Oh, courier.
Ooh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who gets the last hit? Should be the Tiny. But the Axe is coming over to push him away, okay? So a full wave is going to actually be denied by Seneko. So great movement there in that top lane. It's mid-magical. He's dropping low. He's got a lot of regen, though. Has to be careful.
Oh.
He's gonna be okay, though.
Same time down bottom. Chu does drop. Gyro, Matter, and MNT will get themselves first blood.
Putting that pressure on. And that was with meta getting popped as well. So whenever they don't have meta, that bottom lane is much harder for them. So this lane matchup for Vega, looking good in that essence. Mid matchup though, Storm having a great time. A little bit of a better animation on the attack, but Zeus does have high damage. So pretty even on that.
And is there any, are we likely to see any sort of support rotations early on? Is there anyone that's able to make sort of a move towards mid to make things a little better for Dendy, if they can get an early rotation onto the Storm pre-6?
Not really. It's like the Bane would be the one to go, but he wants to stay top to make sure that Kezu can get farm, and they can do this. The toss back.
All right, under the tower.
Great play.
They'll get the kill. Blizzy taking out 2 kills so far for Vega Squadron.
I think keeping lanes is good. They're pressuring bottom. Kezu's getting nice farm top. And they're even getting that side pull off. Bottom lane should be very good for them now. Having that ward blocking the camp is really, really good versus that other turn, as I was mentioning. And now they have this like double range versus double melee whenever meta is not up. And high magic damage, which is always important to have when you're versus a Terrorblade, since he has that incredible amount of armor. Two pretty successful lanes for Vega. Just the one lane, of course, that's not going perfectly.
But definitely sort of across the map. A smoother opening for Vega this time compared to game 1. Just in terms of sort of all 3 lanes taken into consideration.
Yeah, last time it was like 2 lanes were going really well, or 1 lane was going really well. Yeah. This time it's 2. So, and they will get themselves a kill as well on Taneko.
All right. Vega, 3 kills in so far.
Tiny, one of the stronger dual lanes that you can see at pretty much any times. Just because of those base stats. Tiny, just an absolute beast always. And the potential for those tossbacks. So as you see Blizzy, he's positioning himself for just some creep cutting up top, since he knows just laning versus him is just too hard. Chu has level 3 now, so that level 2 spirit's coming in, but Nadara...
They've got Metamorphosis back online as well. So Crystallize, he can turn, start to punch towards the... Ooh, the Courier did come in as well. We'll get back out in time.
They just don't have anything to actually hold them in place just yet, because he's gone for the 0-2-1 build on the other Titan, as we see him do several times. And Blizzy, Bounty Runes.
Oh, Kezu's able to take this one with the Avalanche, holding back Saneko.
And Chu will be able to guarantee those 2 bottom. He also has now de-warded the pull. So he's going to be able to pull and reset the lane back, but Crystallize getting pressured.
They've got a lot of magical coming in with the Rocket Barrage and the homing missile. As Crystallize taken down, the Rocket Barrage doing all that's needed to get the kill in mid lane. Dendy survives as Magical tried to get in and on top of him. The backup was there from Peksu, and Dendy's able to walk away alive. There's 5-0, Vega Squadron.
Was that a TP response, I think, right, on the Bane? Because I think the Storm was trying to dive with Zeus at 6. Yeah, I do believe he just TP'd mid. Looking good for Vega these first 5 minutes. Getting themselves some bounties, having this lane setup that's looking quite favorable, putting the pressure onto Terrorblade. A shutdown Terrorblade in this game, he's already versus some natural counters in that Zeus.
Yeah, they've got a lot of magic. Sort of until the point where he gets the BKB, it's going to be hard for Crystallize to turn up to fights.
Yep.
Lots of ways to burst him down. And no sort of crazy heroes by his side to keep him alive. He does have the Phoenix, probably the sort of the best bet in terms of offering the heal.
Looks like it's going to be a slow start, though, for them. Yeah. Very slow start for Na'Vi. They're going to have to, at least from what the laning phase is looking like, have to depend on some mid-game plays, just like last time with the Axe Blink whenever he is going to be getting it. But Blizzy also quite slowed down. Like we mentioned, successful draft for Vega in the laning phase.
So here we go, back in. 1k lead for Vega Squadron at the moment. As the Crystallized Terrorblade suffering the most out of the cores. Just a little less CS than his counterparts across the map.
They might want to be positioning and rotating the Phoenix down whenever Vega does try to set up to dive onto plays to kill Crystallize. I think they do need some help down here, at least some slows, something to at least pull them off of this Terrorblade. Because now ET does at least have a level of stun, and he's got this big pull next to him too, so he can use that for high damage increase from his Spirit. But they need a little bit more to just be able to catch and slow down this Gyrocopter and Isle running down the Terrorblade. We've got 6 now on Blizzy though.
See up top.
Quick toss.
They want to dive, they don't. They'll let Kezu stay alive. Woo! Kezu just turns with the Avalanche, Thunder God's Wrath from Dendy.
Nice communication coming in between them, too. That was very quick timing.
Yeah, knowing they had just the right amount of burst.
Not something we would have seen like from the earlier days here from Vega. They were definitely hesitating a couple times with those Zeus ultis when they'd picked it before. This time, though, no hesitation.
More than prepared.
So we see 195 damage on the Elder Titan when he gets the Spirit off the Bane. Sleep comes out, gets woken up by Chu, and the rotations are coming from Seneko.
Yeah, this time the Phoenix is there to back him up. Dives forward.
Can they actually get any type of catch here? It doesn't seem like it. They don't have these reliable laners, like on the other side where it's a Bane, someone who can just instantly like nightmare somebody to set up for a kill. They don't have these natural stunts. Elder Titan Stomp is pretty unreliable to land versus very speedy heroes.
Do you like this as well from Blizzy this game, rushing the hood?
Like you said it yourself, right? So much magic damage on the side of Vega. It seems like it's more of an optimal choice than a Vanguard.
Yeah.
Just hood, blink. He can at least also like use the hood and then always be able to use the blink dagger in case he gets hit by Zeus ult. And a rotation coming down from Magical.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get himself on top of the IO, and Na'Vi get themselves a couple of kills on the board. Both the IO and Gyro falling.
A lot of gold for both of them, too. 332 and 301 when they rotate 4 heroes just for 2. That completely chunks down that lead that Vega did have. But yeah, I like this hood build a lot. Versus Tiny, versus Zeus, versus Gyro.
Doesn't worry about being comboed out of the lane.
Yep. Or have his blink canceled if there's a Zeus ult, so you can blink if he uses it early.
Haste.
Crystallize still a bit slowed down though because of all the pressures that have been coming out. He might just become a jungler. It's Magical looking for a commit forward. They have the Elder Titan there too. The Stomp connects.
And it'll be enough. They can lay down one more round and punch Danny down. Thunder God's Wrath as well to dodge. Sorry, the Bull Lightning to dodge the Thunder God's Wrath. Seneko. Ooh, TPing out just in time before the Rocket Barrage kills him off. As Na'Vi starting to get themselves a bit better footed in this game.
Great momentum for them, getting themselves those kills, getting their lanes situated a bit here. High levels too, because they get those kills on these like over-leveled people in the bottom lane. Now, like we said, the Terrorblade, he goes and does Terrorblade things, goes to the jungle, as his team will have to occupy and TP to be able to try to defend this bottom lane. And crystallizes his game. All he has to think about is himself. He's just like, all right, I'm Terrorblade now.
Blizzy. Just the call. He's got a good amount of creeps hitting into him as well. Got a number of spins onto Kezi. Down bottom, Chu looking for the hunt. Found the IO. Oh, have they? MNC. He's got the tether away. Homing missile as well onto Magical. Holds the storm back, and Vega Squadron are able to safely retreat.
Could turn to be a little bit of a difficult game for the IO. Not like last game where it's, you know, a Clinks and a TA hunting him with high physical damage, but ET Spirit makes your life a little miserable because they're always going to know where you are. He just throws a Spirit on you, and then the Storm can just beeline toward you in the back. So they're giving Chu the lane here. I'd like to see Vega try to punish this because we know this. We see this so many times where carries go to the jungle, carries make rotations, and you give these supports the lane. Have to try to find a way to punish this, but we see Magical is constantly threatening down bottom, and he's looking for the kill on the IO, but looks like he might not be able to get it.
Dive in, but yeah, with a limited mana theirs, they won't go for more. Seneko did get the spirits out of the dive onto the IO to get MNT again.
Magical's just playing all around bottom. Every time they try to make an aggressive play to punish the supports, he's there in response to try to set up for those kills and slow down Vega's aggression. They're up to now 4 kills, and their Axe is farming great. He's just alone top. Even with this hood build early on, he feels pretty damn strong. So we saw these stacks being made by Pexu. They even stack that medium camp one more time, and they will be able to farm it, but they are under vision.
The grip.
They're setting up on the relocate though. They did have wards placed down.
Oh, they are, and they've got the Supernova. They've also got the courier as well if they want to, but now they're not going to look towards the courier. They're just focusing on the kills. And with the sleep in the egg, they should have a good shot of finding this. The matter up will burn out. 2 dead on Vega Squadron, and the rest having to retreat. Na'Vi well in position to fight that off the bat. Maybe they'll lose more though, Chu. We'll go separate ways. as Chu will fall. So Vega are able to take at least a second one. Responsible for losing the 2, but mid lane Crystallize. He's using the space open up to push it onto the mid-tier 1 tower. Kezu and Dendy will force him away for now. On a very close game as it stands. 12 minutes, 6 for 8. Pretty much even on the net worth.
How's Blizzy doing even after that death? He looks like he's having a really good time on that axe in the top lane.
Oh, he's still very well farmed.
Yeah, still only about 800 gold for the Blink Dagger. And that's the big timing that we see that Na'Vi plays around. It's all off-laners really in particular. Getting that Blink for the initiations. We've seen how well they did in the last game. Some they don't have a global, but they have excellent follow-up. If they get a call on 2 heroes, we're going to expect an Elder Titan stomp into a splitter. Can be real devastating for Vega if they're not prepared as Magical commits forward, looking for a quick dive onto Dendy. And he will find him.
Easy pickings for the Storm.
And the thing about Storm with Elder Titan is you're this mix of magical and physical damage. So in the early game, when you just throw a Spirit out onto somebody as ET, Storm is very happy about that. Your overload hits, your static remnants get buffed up a decent amount, and you see how much extra damage it really can be. And he's got a Kaya finished up too, so good timing on that Storm. As Madara and a couple other Vega, they start invading, getting some wards down, and keep pressuring this bottom side. Kezu almost has his Blink Dagger too, so staying in pace with that, actually ahead of pace of that axe. Got to start making up start looking for some plays though. When they have that axe Blink Dagger, they have multiple ways of setting up around the map. With the Fiend's Grip, with the axe, with the tiny Blink Dagger, they can easily set up for relocates. And they can scout too, right? They can use the Zeus ulti to prepare and be like, okay, now we know where we can hunt, we know if we can commit really so far forward. Na'Vi are positioned around this axe though to make sure he can get his Blink Dagger at a good timing and clean up this last top tower. This tier 1 tower. I don't know why I said last top tower. Outer top tower is what I meant. And again, Chu, he does this on anytime he's playing versus IOs, he'll build that Spirit Vessel or Urn, so he can just keep throwing that Urn onto IO, or that Spirit Vessel when he does get it, just to keep it slowing down the healing.
Dire are scanning.
Yes, here we go. Smoke moves.
Find it, Vega, sweep it around. Dendy's got a haste rune, so he can be quick to join them if they find a catch. TPs are coming in to defend this from Na'Vi, and in fact, Blizzy straight away with the call, getting himself on top of the backups there for Madara. In goes Kezu with the combo. The Magical isn't up, and now in the midst of it all, they've got a egg taken down immediately, but they lose 2 heroes. Both the Gyro and the IO4, the Fiend's Grip's there, the control onto Magical. As Vega come out on top, they get the 3 kills. Not quite done yet either, as they're looking for Chu. The toss-up's there. Ooh. The Nightmare actually blocking a little bit of the damage, but it doesn't matter. They kill him nonetheless, as Vega get 4 kills off the back of that. And Na'Vi, they felt that they could take that defense, throwing a defense together, but it wasn't enough.
It wasn't the same as last time we saw in the last game, right? The previous game we saw Blizzy TPs to the tier. In the situation where it was top, he TP'd to the back tower, allowed his other teammates to TP to the front and get the setup. This time, he TPs to the front, instantly jumps forward, and the coordination's just not there. Na'Vi's not prepared for that type of jump to follow up with an Elder Titan stomp so they can actually get a wipe. Vega in the perfect place, all surrounding that tower. And it's just going to be a straight BKB rush on Madara as he wants to just continue this pressure. Not really worrying too much about physical damage until Terrorblade starts joining the fight too, so just wanting to focus on protecting himself from any magical burst. And Crystallize, he's been left alone for quite a long time on this Terrorblade, but in this type of game where there's so much magic damage, he wants to go for the hood, so he did. So that slows down his potential of going for a Yasha and just speed jungling away.
They're going to have to play the game pretty slow, Na'Vi.
Peksu?
At the moment, no, certainly should be a good possibility. Nightmare does slow down Crystallize a little bit. Nightmare's taken off. Peksu trying his best to retreat from this metamorphosized Terrorblade. Crystallize should be able to find him though. Gets out the illusion, so he's able to sweep more area in the tree line. At the same time, Blizzy, look at this, he's making the play elsewhere. They jump in, they get the call on the Gyro, the pullback as well. Jump in from Kezu with the combo, does manage to take the Storm out. The Supernova may be successful, but they've lost Magical. Seneko, he really wants to kill off Madara, but the homing missile stuns there. Seneko throws his life away as well. And definitely an attempt of frustration, trying to go for the Gyro alone. Despite the gyro being backed up by the IO, that was never going to work out for Seneko. And Na'Vi, they lose an unnecessary extra death.
Good play by Kezu. It looked like he was prepared for that. Some type of movement coming onto their IO gyrocopter. We've seen Na'Vi do this before, and we know what happens, right? When you're playing with IO gyrocopter, you know the enemy team's going to be trying to hunt them as much as possible. They've already hunted there once before. And with that stun avalanche, he's able to distance himself with the gyro and survive. As Peksu is on a warding mission, has been spotted.
That should be fine, though.
Body block.
Oh, these body blocks. Oh, they're nice.
He's got a shrine.
And not nice enough. He'll be fine. Same time mid. Zip in. They found him. They found Kezu out alone, pushing that middle lane, and Magical will be quick to take the kill. That's a good amount of money.
Yeah,
that's a good amount of money for the Storm.
Gets the tower on Kezu, but pays with his life, and it gives up that huge kill bounty. Oh man, that's going to be a quick surge forward toward that Bloodstone. And like the panel was mentioning, oh, he's actually zipping forward for another kill onto Dendy immediately afterwards.
And he's got it. Can he get out though? He's out. He's very low on mana. Madara and MNT are going for it, but Blizzy is there with the call for the backup. The homing missile will still connect. Oh, ball lightning to dodge it. Magical's got the jukes, and again, Blizzy with the calls like we saw in game 1, making all the difference, protecting his Storm.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How close are we to that Bloodstone on Storm? He's got to be getting there. He's got the 2 pieces at least, so it's pretty early timing already. Level 15 as well, so he's got that health talent, so 2,000 health on that Storm whenever he does commit forward for those kills. An early Bloodstone versus this hard disable, like not the easiest disables on the side of Vega, could really cause so much trouble. Him just zipping big back and forth. Since he has that damage amp from the Elder Titan, it makes it a lot easier to do the Bloodstone build this game. And now full Spirit Vessel on Chu. They prioritize giving him the farm so he can constantly throw that onto the IO. And Dendy has to be so careful. He's even going for, we saw this build from him the other day too, right? The Yules into Glimmer Cape so he can try to defend himself when they try to pierce the back lines.
Let's see what Vega can find with the smokers. As it stands, Na'Vi, slight lead. This is sort of about the similar time where in game 1 we saw Vega go for a smoke that ended up in a failure and really sort of set Na'Vi with the advantage. We'll see if a repeat performance happens here, if Vega can get away with a much cleaner initiation.
They have vision of Magical, they have high ground sight, and it's about 20 seconds until those bounty runes do spawn.
Kezu.
Dodging the Remnant. They're setting themselves actually for bottom, so they're not expecting Vega to be up top. And they're looking to take a fight around these bounty runes, so both sides swap up.
Radiant are scanning.
So actually literally like mirror movements. Both sides warding high grounds, making sure they can get vision near those rune areas and near those tier 1s that they want to be trying to take here. Of regen rune in Magical's bottle again, the second time this game. Crystallize he's gotten up pretty nicely. Is it the full SNY? So full SNY into the BKB. So he wants to start being able to try to join into some fights with his team.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're getting away with not just the tier 1, but the tier 2 tower as well down here.
They push a lot faster. Even if it's a tiny plus an IO gyro, this is a Terror Blade.
And Blizzy's set up for any sort of defense that comes in behind the tower.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So we'll see what the plan is here from Vega. Do they really want to try and go in on this? They've got the Nightmare. Jump forward, Kezu's trying for the combo onto the Storm, but it's not enough damage. Now they're ready to turn the fight around. Blizzy, he's got the call onto the gyro and the IO on the side.
Oh, no.
You did not want to defend this, Vega. This was never going to be a successful defense, as they just throw away 4 lives entirely unnecessarily. And with the meta still up, Na'Vi, they could just push up to tier 3s. As it was about this time that Vega made the big game-changing mistake in game 1. They've done it again in game 2, Fog.
And it's just a Rax for Na'Vi. If they want to commit forward for it, that was an IO relocate, right, in the back line.
You can't make those mistakes.
Na'Vi had vision all prepared around that area. You have to kind of expect it. If you're relocating in the back lines there, you have to expect they're going to have that vision. And Blizzy, he just jumps, gets the perfect opportunity on the 2 big heroes. Oh, Vega.
Oh, that's going to hurt for Vega. That is really going to hurt. Those sort of mistakes can absolutely cost you the game.
It snowballs out of control. Look how much gold they just got on every single one of their heroes. Everyone just gets pretty much a full item finished up now.
Was the Bloodstone now done?
Yep, Bloodstone is finished.
There we go, all done.
How's our BKB looking on the Terrorblade? He definitely got surged forward on that too. Has the full Mithril Hammer and the Ogre. He just picked up the SNY right before that fight even happened.
Let's see this again. I mean, as you say, just the fact they commit on
to magical. Look at the relocate. It's right in the front of them. It's right in the middle of everything. Blizzy just waits.
They relocated like on top of the axe, didn't they?
I mean, he just waited and he just gets the blink perfectly right into it.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, painful to see. As Vega Squadron, they've really got to keep their cool after that misplay if they want to hold on here in game 2. Bottom. Another jump, Blizzy making these calls, really teasing around with him. Madara does have the BKB. So will survive. BKB charge forced out of him though by Na'Vi. They have to be so wary of Blizzy's movements. These axe calls, they really did sort of close up game 1 for Na'Vi.
Yeah, he's been absolutely on point. This hero, Axe as a hero seems incredibly strong, and in Blizzy's hands, even though he's not like the craziest farm, his impact, he always seems to be getting the right opportunities on who he calls for his team. And this is all while, you know, Crystallize was farming so much, and now when he has the BKB, we were mentioning, you know, it's good draft versus Terrorblade with all that magic damage, but if he's just immune to it, he can just run into the backline and Blizzy again. Similar build. Blink Hood Shadowblade, might just go for the Blade Mail afterwards. If not, might just go for a Hex, or a BKB. He's got a lot of options. Can't make those kind of mistakes in this type of game when you're playing versus a Terrorblade. Another one of those could really cost it for them, as Blizzy just constantly on the prowl.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're losing another tier 2. They will not do anything about that one. They learned their lesson for the defense. They tried to put together down bottom. Linkazu trying to commit here onto Blizzy. They've got the Fiend's Grip, but the Fiend's Grip will be cancelled. Blizzy still alive for now. Oh, he's going to pick up a haste rune. Oh, can he run away? He can't. They will lose the axe. Magical is going to be kept fine as they actually do relocate away from finishing off the kill. Crystallize now moving in with the meta. They're ready to go for target after target. Kezu tries for Magical. Oh, he gets the Vortex and the zip away off. He may be ready to just go back in for the kill if he wants to now. Players safe. He'll let Crystallize finish off the job. Double kill for Crystallize, and with the rest of the meta, they'll waltz into the Roche pit.
Can't believe he lives there just because of the build, right? He has Bloodstone, he's got the Health Talon, he's just a tanky Storm. Can't just go for this type of combo on him. They kill the axe, but...
Oh my goodness, they get the heals as well.
Oh, man.
From Seneko back up to a very healthy amount of HP. Vega, can they do anything about this Roshan? I don't think they can. As Na'Vi, another fight in the bag, and an Aegis there as the reward.
On the best Aegis carrier in the game, arguably. Storm Spirit, who already has a Bloodstone. Blizzy, again, the long jump.
Oh, Magical.
Bloodstone's acquired, 17 now. Blizzy, time and time again. Even in that situation, he got initiated on, but he leads his team into a good fight, and then afterwards finds a great pickoff onto the Zeus. Just playing around their vision that they've placed earlier.
I like this as well. Not something that we always see picked up on Phoenixes, but Seneko getting the Veil this game. Veil plus sort of the ET Zora, that is, it's a crazy amount of Magical for these heroes without BKBs.
Yeah. I mean, Phoenix already does so much Magical.
Yeah, you add this on top of it.
Yep.
Oh, outside of the base.
Vega, they saw the smoke in the mid lane, so they're preparing outside of it.
Oh, dive in for the vision. Forward. They've got the vision. They go in straight away onto Peksu. Peksu's gone. Na'Vi able to get themselves into the base to get a kill, and now they're pushing in on the mid lane. They're at the tier 3. Vega, what do? They're having to defend. 4 vs 5. Kezu jumps in with the combo. Is able to burst down the Phoenix. But now Na'Vi, they look to fight back. Matter has popped the BKB, holding his ground for now. Chu goes for the stomp. He'll catch out the Io and the Zeus, but he gets run down by Madara with the rocket barrage. Na'Vi lose 2. Vega will push them back.
Good target jump. Kezu sees the opportunity to get Seneko. That's the perfect target they got to choose in these type of fights when they've already overcommitted a little bit into the base. Killing that Phoenix just, like we said, the Phoenix does a lot of damage in the fights and he causes this awkward, you know, you have to focus the egg or run away from the egg. So yeah, great move by Vega, just simultaneous jump with absolutely everything to kill that man. As they get some breathing room, they're starting to get some more space to farm. The Mjolnir's finished up on Madara. He wants to get the Lincoln so to block the Sunder plays for the later stages. And they have the level 15 IO.
Okay,
So his damage is massively increased.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They can keep the Gyro alive in the fight. Certainly going to kick back hard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's going for the butterfly on the Terrorblade. Thought he might just tank up. So maybe just go for the Scotty right away, but wants to get that little bit of extra invasion.
Yeah, I like the Butterfly. I feel as well that they feel confident that they can take the fights anyway, and Butterfly, of course, just going to help with the game-ending push.
Yeah, that's true.
Have that damage to take opportunity of any sort of window that they could give you.
Long jump forward, trying to find anything. Doesn't catch anyone just yet. But they're hunting. They want to use this Aegis.
Yeah, you kind of look to just sort of get right in the base here, Magical.
Vega's prepped up, though. They have tons of sentries all in the area, but they have to be careful. Blizzy.
There's Blizzy. He's in. He's found a target. They zip forward straight away. They're committing. There's a defensive nightmare. Buying some time for the Zeus. And in fact, they've lost the axe, Na'Vi. As Dendi, he'll survive with the Glimmer. Last bit of mana used by Magical to zip out Chu. He's desperately chasing for Dendi. He'll drop a Spirit Vessel charge down onto the Zeus, but it's not enough to finish him. And now Crystallize, they'll get on top of him. Vega
and
again. Na'Vi, I mean, that's nothing less than a throw. They are forcing this way too hard. The second time they come into the base, start hunting for kills behind the barracks, and they lose 4 heroes for that. They are pushing it way too crazy.
Yeah,
and they're getting
far.
Massively punished for it. Magical.
He's gonna die.
He's got the Aegis. He's got the Aegis, but he didn't even kill Dendi with that big zip. And Magical? I was going to say, he's got to make sure he does get out.
And Dendi's Glimmer Cape is actually putting in so much work this game. Just that little bit of extra magic resist, him being able to invis inside of that fight. He lives this second time around, lives again because of it. Too much of an overcommitment coming out from Na'Vi, but Vega punching back. We said they got breathing room, they got some itemization that gives them crazy amounts of damage. And that little defensive plays, right? Little defensive nightmares, dodging some damage.
I mean, and you know, Magical, as a matter, as soon as he's sort of one extra item on top of the own and gets that MKB, it's no laughing matter how much damage he's going to do in the team fights.
No, definitely
If Kezu gets in, he gets one avalanche. Suddenly, this Storm is getting popped by the Gyro. Couple of hits with the Axe Tether bonus, and Storm's going to die. Magical's got to be careful. Na'Vi, they cannot just ball straight into the base as they have been. It's not been working out. Sure, it got them a Bane kill earlier, but they're losing their whole team as a matter of it. There's a full Aghanims on Dendi.
They have to wait for just like people splitting up around the map, not into the bases.
Like this. Does he have detection on the Storm? He does not. So no way to find Kezu. He'll hide in the trees far, far away from the dust as Seneko comes to the lane to throw out.
Gotta be careful on those overcommitments. Big swim around coming around for Vega. And we do have bounty runes coming out. Looks like it is a 2-for-2. But a full BKB for Magical. Okay. So now he's a little bit safer to not be worrying about any slight disables, but they still got to be careful how far they dive. Definitely want to be taking fights around their vision.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
And I did see Seneko. He's queuing up the Aghanims. Excellent Aghanims game if he can actually get it, being able to reset that Metamorphosis on the Terrorblade. If the fight ever occurs for it, that is. So they're sitting back a little bit, taking a little bit of a breather. Their Aegis is now gone.
Could just hold on, wait for the next rush. I think they're going to feel pretty safe at all stages of the game with the Terrorblade being as big as he is.
Yep, they can still go for hunting plays whenever they do split up on the side of the map on Vega, because Blizzy can just constantly be shadow blading up, looking for pickoffs. And they have, of course, a Storm Spirit, probably one of the best heroes at hunting split push. But they don't have much vision to work with. They only have the one ward on the top side of the map. Vega has plenty of vision down bottom. The Radiant Scan does actually find where these two are down bottom. And Na'Vi, they're closing in fast. Blizzy.
Will they find them?
He's on the prowl to zip forward. Magical.
Oh, they're starting to relocate out. They've got the call, though, straight in on top of them. But Madara, he's hitting back so damn hard that they just lose the axe. MNT tethers across. They're still holding each other's hands together, but the damage from the Metamorphosis will kill MNT. Madara with the jukes, though. He's headed north. They don't see him. They committed a supernova there in the tree line as well. Kezu's now coming with a wraparound. They've got the Fiend's Grip. Do they have the physical damage? No matter. He doesn't want to come in and hit him. He's scared of the rest of Na'Vi coming in to help out Crystallizers. Now with the zip forward, they do lose Peksu. 2 for 1. Na'Vi claiming both the supports. But as I said, we're seeing there, this gyro hits so hard.
How does Blizzy have a, how far from a blade mail? I think he needs a blade mail now. Yeah, he's queued it up.
Yeah.
That's going to be able to turn the tides a little bit if he's able to get it. If he gets the call with that blade mail on the gyro, we could see him kill himself extremely fast.
Dire's bottom shrine.
Because it's all well and good going for this damage, but you don't have that satanic lifesteal.
Yep.
Or that tank, so you are still very vulnerable.
Constantly having to be wary of that. Whenever they split up on the map on Vega 2, we see Kezu, he's trying to deal with the lanes. He just nukes them in and then just disappears so he doesn't get zipped on from the Axe or the Storm Spirit as they're constantly hunting. So a quick double combo, immediately TPs away. He knows that they're going to try hunting him. Which Vega, they're going to be struggling to at least keep up in the farm on the map because of this presence that the Storm has with 20 Bloodstone charges at such an early time in the game. Full MKB finished. Next item is that Lincoln's, and then we'll be going for the Satanic. All the typical ways to try to protect yourself versus Axe, versus Terrorblade as well. And they're ready to fight with this one. His damage, that threat, it's really there.
They want to go. They know there's still a little bit of timing without the Metamorphosis. It's only 40 seconds.
Roche is back, though.
Blade Mail's there for Blizzy.
Na'Vi has been able to place some vision outside of the map, though, when they got that space from pushing out. So bottom, we do see that one ward. Top, they have one as well to try to catch these heroes that go for the split push. Magical. Ooh. Dandy trying to snipe him with that Nimbus. They won't find anything here. They do at least get a ward down in the mid lane to try to watch if Na'Vi does enter toward that Roche, and they might do so. Meta is up in about 5 seconds. Fight around Roshan pit is going to be total chaos. Na'Vi has 2 of the better heroes around that pit with the Phoenix as well as that Elder Titan. But Vega just walking in with the Gyrocopter with that BKB can be super intimidating.
They've got to walk over soon. Na'Vi are already at it. They're already in. They're already going away at it. They know that Vega know. And that will actually be enough for them to back up. They'll go for a smoke themselves, and they're ready to try and meet Vega Squadron head on outside of the pit and on the other side of the river.
Kezu?
He's been jumped. Blizzy's got the call. They've got the disable. Kezu's able to get the BKB off, though. A status resistant coming into play. Magical still trying to commit forward with his own BKB. They get to sleep the Ice Splitter down. It's enough to pop the IO. With one more right click, they'll get Peksu as well. Na'Vi, again, punishing the 2 supports of Vega Squadron.
So much damage starts to come through when ET gets near people. Still so scary. Even though Vega, they do punch back really hard. This Na'Vi draft, the damage that can come through is still ridiculous.
They're buying back. They know that they really have to try and hold on to this Roche. I don't know if they'll be able to, though. It's just a 4-man. Crystallize, still timing left on the Metamorphosis. Another Nimbus thrown into the pit.
They're slowing them down.
They are, and the Na'Vi are spooked. They really don't want to be forced to take an engagement whilst caught underneath the claws of Roshan.
Or while meta's about to be over. Yeah. They've committed a lot in that last fight. The Supernova, their Splitter as well. Vega not nearly as dependent on all their ultis as Na'Vi is.
Nimbus up for Dendy again in 10 seconds. As Roshan sits at just over half HP.
Magical though, just with this 22 Bloodstone charges, he's just always able to stay a presence on the map. He's constantly clarity himself too, so even though he has these fights where he zips forward and uses majority of his mana pool, it comes back very quickly. So they can keep that pressure on, and if they know, if they find this Arcane Rune bottom on the side of Na'Vi, if Magical gets that, we could see total havoc in the fights. Vega trying to take advantage of these ultis down with the call, but Blizzy.
He gets the call onto the Zeus. Defensive Nightmare going to be thrown down. Kezu's in with the BKB. They're trying to help Dendy out, but they can't keep him alive. They don't for Blizzy. Finish him off with Madara. In the midst of the fight with the BKB and the flat cannon, he's taken down too. Crystallize tries to come in with the BKB himself, finds Peksu inside of the pit. There's been a buyback from Dendy. But Vega able to strike back there again. Matter just able to get in position in the center of the fight.
Look at the damage by the gyrocopter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if Zeus dies at the immediate start of the fight.
And Matter just doing so much. I mean, it sort of begs the question. I mean, sometimes we do see it, I feel, on ETs. Is there a chance he's going to pick up a halberd this game?
Thought he might. He's had the BKB queued for a long time. He wants to just get on top of the gyrocopter.
Because if you can get that halberd on him before he sort of comes out, that's so much damage that you're taking away from Vega. If you can get it before that BKB.
As long as you can get it before the BKB, that's the big thing. One of the other items I really do like on Elder Titan that we don't see too often is actually the Aeon Disc. Because even if you're not applying damage, you still apply your aura, and you're this, like, immunity
you just
monster.
Head straight into the middle of the fight.
We'll see which one he wants to go for. It's tough, because like, you're running into the fight, running into on top of a gyrocopter, he just melts everybody if he's tethered. But looks like they do make their way sneakily into the pit this time.
Actually, that's a question for you as well. If you're an ET and your Aeon Disc procs and you've got the Spirit out and the Spirit stomps, do the Spirit still do damage?
I would imagine no.
But it's not you.
I mean, that's... I don't know, come on, man. What kind of question
Putting you under the...
What kind of question's that one?
Oh, Blizzy! He's found Kezu again! They've got the silence, they've got the supernova, will pot the BKB, and that will get him just enough away from the supernova.
They get themselves that Roche, though. So Aegis and Cheese now claimed. Again, Storm Spirit has this Aegis, and a full Cheese on Crystallize is really scary. It's pretty much, it is his entire health pool. So with the reset and good call, Owen. Look at that. Bam!
Change it, yeah, get that halberd.
Queued up the halberd.
Get the halberd. I like it.
His BKB's ticking down very low on the gyro, too. And we see, as soon as the BKB does wear off on Madara, he kind of has to play pretty careful. Just because how much damage can come through. And instead of going for that Linken's, he's just decided, yeah, Blade Mail is too scary. Needs to be able to just turn on his Satanic, or at least get those hits off during the IO Aghanim's tether. To protect himself. There's a 12k lead in Na'Vi. It keeps going up for them. They're getting much more farm on the map as Vega's been pretty trapped in their base.
Let's see, can Na'Vi get inside the base, though? We saw earlier about 10 minutes ago, the last two attempts to actually break the base ended up in a bit of a disaster for Na'Vi. They lost both attempts with heavy casualties.
They're getting multiple halberds, too. I see the Phoenix switching away from that Aghanims.
It's just so good against the Gyro.
Yeah, he's realized Aghanims is kind of a pipe dream, and yeah, the halberd, if they're able to just stop this Gyro's damage, they know that they can get on top of Dendi.
Yeah.
With Magical,
yeah, they can kill the Zeus.
Kill the Zeus easy, disable the Gyrocopter. A lot of your damage worries will be taken care of. 24 Bloodstone charge Magical.
And there we have it, Crystallize. What's the meta? Looking for the tier 3 Kazu, tries to jump forward, but he gets focused. Dragged back immediately, the tether there from MNC.
Dendi.
To Blizzy, he's in on the back lines. Defensive Nightmare's going to buy some time for Dendi. Dendi trying to retreat, but the slows there. Magical's on top of him. That's going to be the death of the Gyro. Matter is gone. He does not have buyback. Dendi falling low as well. He's also out without buyback. Both cores do not have the ability to buy back into this game as Crystallize storms in. Rips them to pieces with the meta. Kazu's in with the jump, does burst down the TB before he gets the chance to heal back up. But Magical, he's got so much mana to play with. On top of this Bane, once more, 4 dead on Vega Squadron. No buybacks as Magical having the game of his life on the Storm.
And Kezu gets initiated on, so the IO actually tethers to try to help out Kezu, which means Madara doesn't have that tether Aghanim's bonus. He actually he runs into the middle of the fray, and the Elder Titan's standing on top of him.
The last
he gets melted.
Sort of attempt there from Kezu. He's not got enough damage. GG is called as Vega Squadron and Dendi have reached the end of the line here at the DreamLeague Minor. Na'Vi will push on as a successful 2-0 here for the Na'Vi squad.
And an incredible Storm Spirit pick, right? Magical playing to the edge of his limits, getting up to 30 Bloodstone charges at the end of the game. And just some small mistakes from Vega really, really costing them. Especially in that last fight. Kezu gets initiated on. Io's forced to try to save him. Madara just gets melted in the midst of the fight versus an ET as well as terribly.
A couple of mistakes from Na'Vi. No, it wasn't as smooth, I'd say, as sort of game one's turnaround, but hey, they all had it in the bag at the end of the day. They were just so far ahead. And a few sort of misplays and sort of awkward team fights really sort of cost Vega that sort of momentum that they had early on. Because there was a lot of things from Vega that looked very strong.
Yeah.
They were playing very well with Dendi. But those sort of mistakes against a team like Na'Vi are going to get punished, and Crystallize and Magical just sort of keeping it solid throughout, making sure that they have these two huge cores that even with the farm that Matter as Jara had, it wouldn't be enough.
Yeah, and they seem to always, like with the Storm Spirit pick, right, they always could get to the back line. So Dendi, he itemized with Yules, Glimmer Cape trying to save himself, but Axe Blink calls him, his disc props, doesn't matter. Magical just 100% focuses onto the Zeus.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Na'Vi knocking Vega Squadron out of the tournament. Na'Vi win the series 2-0, and we'll move forward here at the CORSAIR DreamLeague Minor. Back to you guys on the panel.
A victory for Na'Vi indeed. A strong performance. It looked a little bit tough at some points in the game, but Na'Vi didn't really have any threat on their side of the map, I kind of feel. Here to discuss that second game, we got Admiral Bulldog, we got Sir Action Slacks Bulldog. It was a very strong performance from Na'Vi. Anyone in particular that stood out? Because for me, Blizzy's Axe, so good.
Yeah, he's been playing good this series and last game as well. He's definitely a standout player. So we'll go hashtag Blitz for that guy. But yeah, overall, the game was pretty solid. Vega was doing, they were doing pretty well, just like Sir Slacks here predicted. But they just didn't have what it took.
I mean, you wanted to believe, Slacks.
I want to believe.
You know.
I want Vega to have one game.
Yeah.
One game against the arch rival.
Why only one, though?
One,
not two?
Just at least one game. It didn't happen for him. My heart goes out to Team Vega, you know? It feels bad, man. For real. For real. But, hey, whatever. Time happens, people die, and we move on. Goodbye, Zeus. Goodbye, Vega. My heart hurts. Time will heal wounds. It's all good.
Good to hear. We actually have a guest with us as well, and it is actually none other than Blizzy.
Blizzy?
Yes.
Blizzy!
Blizzy?
The Axe himself. Hey, welcome back. Congratulations. High five.
Yes!
Wow.
There. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I have actually one question. Were you very surprised to have Axe both games? Because I was sure that they were going to at least ban a second game.
Actually, I was ready. I was ready to play one of my heroes, like Enigma or Axe. They couldn't ban everything, so I was ready for Enigma or Axe.
And they didn't ban out either.
Yeah, they didn't ban anything, so I just picked Axe.
That seems pretty good
Worked
for
out.
you, brother. Good times. What was that second game like? Were you guys scared at all? Do you think Nimbus is strong, bro? Talk to me.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit unbalanced, but we were not afraid. Even we died on high ground twice,
Yeah.
we still was sure so we can easy win. Just relax, just farm a bit, and we're gonna win.
All right.
Yeah, and I gotta ask about why are you giving away Wisp Gyro all the time? What's going on there?
We played a lot of scrims against Wisp and Gyra, so we were prepared.
Yes,
We are not afraid of this.
Do you feel confident going into a little bit of a stronger team that picks those heroes?
Yeah, I think we're pretty confident.
All right.
Well, also if you can't get your hands on the Axe.
Yeah, we have another. hero.
Okay.
Not on the
Okay.
X.
Don't tell us
Okay.
the hero.
No need to
Revealing
tell
a lot
us.
here.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Don't say anything.
We also have a replay as a tradition to walk through on the drawing board.
What do we got? Oh, this is the fight where I don't know why they're fighting at the tier 2 here.
Yeah, it was a mistake by them.
And the perfect position by Blizzy right here. He's ready for it. Let's go.
Let's watch our boy Blizzy.
But the Zeus will find him here. And
Oh, sweet Mesquite, they're going in.
and here comes the relocate over here. And it's not the best one. Insta-dagger
Oh!
and just slashes them. And this guy right here will just dishes out the damage.
Oh!
Dunked.
Wow, that was a great call.
Whew. How satisfying is dunking people, huh?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh, what else can we say about that?
I mean, it was just a good fight.
Yeah.
Easy Axe. Easy Axe game.
Yeah, all I need to do in this fight is find Gyra. I don't need to call any other heroes, just find Gyra. They always fight instantly. They can't hit Egg, so... pretty easy.
Yeah. How about the rest of your team? Were you confident like the whole way through in the entire series? What was the communication for you guys like? Was it a relaxed game to play? Or?
Yeah, actually it was a relaxed game. Even we lose early game, I was very sure that we're gonna win. Like chill, we're gonna farm our items, we're gonna use smoke, we're gonna come back very easy.
You're in a good mindset because you guys prepared hard for this tournament. Is everything going the way you kind of expected to? Obviously, you're in the lower bracket where you probably didn't want to be, but you know, how is it going from your point of view?
Yeah, we didn't expect we're gonna go to lower bracket, but we're still very confident about ourselves, so we can win this tournament from lower bracket, I think.
I mean, it's great. We're getting Na'Vi matches every single day.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't hear me complaining. Let's see what Twitch chat had to say, by the way, for MVP. But wait a second. Your team, who would you give MVP? You can't mention yourself.
No.
Okay. I think Magical.
You think Magical? All right, let's see this. The Hacks MVP goes to...
Then
I mean, you won for your team.
I forgot I'm playing against Dandy. Yeah, he's MVP.
But on your team, you were having the most votes. I mean, we just ignore the 82% for a bit, even though Slacks would... Are you okay there, Slacks?
This is the last time we get to see you at this tournament. Goodbye. 89% Dendy votes.
Don't mind him.
You did great.
Yeah.
Second highest voted guy in there. So good on you. I got a personal question before we go. How come Sinekio unfollowed me on Twitter, huh?
Cool.
Sinekio. 2 years ago, followed me on Twitter, he unfollowed me.
Really?
Yeah, what's the deal?
I'm gonna talk to him.
Ask him that shit.
Yeah.
All right? That's a question.
Well, the real hard-hitting questions here on the CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 10. Lizzie, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Yes, thank you.
We look forward to seeing you guys play again tomorrow, and Thomas here will play you out.
Bye. Good
Thank you.
job.
Bye-bye.
Can't wait for tomorrow. Sleep tight. Don't forget to ask about my Twitter. Hey.
Don't worry, he'll ask. He'll get it
I
done.
understand him though. I
Yeah.
understand him.
You guys, this was already the end of day 5 here, of course, our DreamLeague Season 10. We had lower bracket matches, and we can take a look at the brackets where it leaves us.
Oh.
4 teams left. 4 teams remaining. Infamous versus Na'Vi on the lower bracket tomorrow.
Tigers?
And our Royal Never Give Up versus Tigers also tomorrow.
Hype?
Yeah.
Man, this is getting close, buddy. This is getting wild.
Gonna get intense.
Royal Never Give Up and Tigers rematch. Oh, baby.
And if anybody missed that, that was the series where both of those teams went to a 90-minute game, right? Who ended up winning that game? Was that Royal Never Give Up?
I fell asleep, honestly.
Who cares?
Really late. I fell asleep.
All right, well, I guess it's already past your bedtime. You know, it's almost 8:30, so that makes sense, and that's good too because we're about done. We'll be back tomorrow. It's 1300. Then we'll be back. That's 1 p.m. in European time, and yeah.
How do you do that so fast?
What?
I always have to look it up. I go into Google and I put the military time, and then I say normal time afterwards. And
What do you mean?
How do you do the military time so
The
fast?
1300?
Yeah. You say 1?
No, because it's 12 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's 13.
Okay.
First math.
We Europeans learn the times in the 24-hour system rather than in the PM AM.
That's right.
Why?
We know our stuff.
Because if you say see at 6, you know,
Yeah.
we can say that too. But
Six.
See you at 6.
but how do you know if it's AM or PM? You know, you don't have time to say that. You can see it 1800.
Yeah, you Europeans love talking to each other so much. I can see why you wanna hurry up the convos. What time do you want to see me? 13. Walk away. All right. Go ahead.
At least, you know, we have a more maybe diverse upbringing there. At least in that regard. Thomas, I'm in the mood for something nice, relaxing.
007 music. Dun, 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 dun,
I would
dun,
say
dun, dun.
play us out, and we'll see you back tomorrow, you guys. 1 p.m. 1300 CET.